Hello, everyone. This is my first time going live on YouTube. I was called to go live and share information about the Virgo full moon today. So I'm just going to be walking, hiking. I live in the mountains, so to share a bit of the scenery so you can get some of these nature codes while I share what's coming through. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Forgive any glitchiness. This is my first time going live. And that seems to be the flavor of where we are moving forward, is getting the invitation from your guidance and jumping. So what comes to mind as an example is, like right now, for instance, I've never gone live. I've never done a live on YouTube. And it's, I was pulled to just do it, figure it out as you go along. And even though I I don't know what I'm doing, but I think that's, as I say that, it feels like a lie, because I think that we limit ourselves, and it's not true. We're far more capable, far more advanced than we give ourselves credit, because of all the trauma and all the bullshit we've been fed, that we think we're not good enough, that we think we don't know, but we really do know, and we have everything that we need to figure it out. And it's as simple as that. And it's basically, the invitation is get out of your own way and allow yourself to be guided by your divinity. It's not even anything outside of you. It's you. It's the highest octave of you, the holy holy of you. And that's what is leading you to what you've been asking for, what you need, what you've earned thus far, is taking those leaps when you hear the call, when you hear the whisper of your name, because it's going to come as a whisper, but it's going to be something that you can't not do. And it doesn't mean you're not going to be scared. It doesn't mean it's not going to feel huge. It doesn't mean you might not experience a little bit of overwhelm in the beginning. And because, we can only see what we can see from our perspective. And usually things are a lot easier than we realize. We just complicate them with our beliefs and our, the mindsets we've adopted from others. Also, please forgive me if I sound out of breath, because I'm going up the mountain. And so, yeah, bear with me. So what was coming through was, so I went through QHHT certification with Dolores Cannon, and QHHT stands for Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. And I was introduced to Dolores at the beginning of my awakening. And I found a video of her talking about the new earth and the split, and everything she was saying was like, yes, 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 that's true. Because, truth has a vibration to it. And you don't know how you know, you just know. And it was as if somebody was telling me my name, where I live, and getting all the answers right. And I didn't know how they were doing that. And that's basically what led me to get certified in QHHT. And so basically, during the training, for the hypnosis training at her school, at her academy, she was sharing a story of a client that had gone to her to find out what had happened. She had like a paranormal experience, and she wanted to know what happened, because, sometimes we think we know what happened, but our brain can't process it because it just feels so far-fetched from the reality that, the limited perspective that we were raised on, or, people in our lives hold, and then we make agreements with that reality. And so basically, she was saying that she was driving on a dark country road in the middle of the night, much like here, pitch black. It was just her on the road. There was nothing as far as she could see. She could see miles down the road. There was nothing. It was just her car, her headlights, and her vehicle crashed into something. And the crash was so hard that it knocked off the side view mirror of her vehicle, and it broke it completely off. And she's thinking, oh no, I probably hit an animal. I hit a deer. I better see if the animal's okay. What happened? And so she stops her car. She pulls over. She gets out, and there's nothing there. And she's thinking, okay, well, if it was hard enough to knock off my side view mirror, then it was something big. Like, something small's not going to do that much physical damage to a vehicle, right? And she said she was only going like 25 miles an hour. She wasn't even going that fast. So what could have caused that? And so that's why she was going to get a session with Dolores Cannon, because she wanted to know what really happened that night. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate. There's so many magical and weird and scary things that we've experienced that we don't understand. And the ego's job is to keep us safe. So we slap a label on it, or gaslight ourselves and say, oh no, you're crazy. That didn't happen. But it did happen. And so come to find out, during her QHHT session, her higher self, because we connect with the subconscious mind, which is source energy, which connects us to everything, everywhere, all at once, like the movie. And they told her that because she had made a different choice, she had accessed a new timeline, so to speak. And they had to hurry up and change her trajectory because she made a different choice, therefore changing her trajectory. Basically, think of it like when you're driving. As you're driving, say the GPS is telling you to get off on the next exit, and say if you missed the exit, well, it's going to recalculate and reroute your plan, right? And it's going to guide you to, make a U-turn here, or get the next exit, or whatever. And so she had made a new choice, and therefore her reality had to catch up with her new choice. And so that's the beautiful thing about being human, is that we're unpredictable. And that's the bad news and the good news, because, and I say bad because sometimes people flip out and go crazy, but then other times you just, you get tired of your own crap, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to quit drinking alcohol. I'm going to get on a diet. I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to whatever, break up with the toxic person that I'm with, or whatever. And you make a radical change for the better, therefore putting you on a new trajectory, on a new route, on a new timeline. And they had to change her trajectory. And so basically, they had to change her trajectory. And so they had to move a portal of reality to get her to go down the new path, the rerouted place, the new timeline, the upgrade, because of her new choices that she made. Now we can do this for the better or for the worse. You can descend, you can get a side quest, a side whatever, go the scenic route, or you can accelerate and, exceed what, your previous calculations. And so basically they move the portal, her team, and she her car nipped the edge of the portal, and thus causing the crash and for her mirror to break and fall off. And so now if that isn't proof that we are divinely guided, like I don't know what is, because that is fascinating and it's exciting, and you can relax in the comfort that you're constantly guided and your prayers are being answered, but you have to do your part too of taking the invitation. Like she did it. She changed it by her choices. And so that's the power of choice. That's how powerful it is. That it reminds me of that Cloud Atlas quote of and I'm probably going to butcher it because I'm just paraphrasing it. Basically, by every crime and every kindness, we birth our future. And isn't that like indicative of what happened to her? She changed her timeline by making a new choice. And so, lots of parallel realities exist. And right now, as I mentioned in the previous video that I did of uploading, upgrades uploading, that's what's happening because we're choosing. And again, you can descend further into madness, further into chaos, or you can, step up, answer the call of your name, and do the thing that you're feeling called to do, whatever it is, breaking up with somebody, quitting your job, or, apologizing, anything. I mean, it's the butterfly effect, right? Like everything we do and say reverberates throughout the universe, and it causes consequences, whether for the better or not so great. And I mean, I don't believe there's any accidents or mistakes. Everything is divinely orchestrated and we learn from it. And the goal is to expand and learn. And so really, I don't think you can get it wrong. So don't freak out. You don't have to be perfect. And how appropriate that brought me back to the Virgo full moon. So full moon in Virgo. Virgo rules the 6th house in astrology, which is daily activities, work, mundane tasks, health, what you do every day. So it also rules organization, the mind, because it's ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. And all things, daily tasks, daily reminders, things you do every day, people in your everyday environment, whatever that may be. So say if you're a stay-at-home mom, well, what's your everyday environment? People in your home, your children, their friends, other parents, your household, your neighbors, the mailman, the UPS guy, whatever, right? Or say you have a job at a big company. Well, what's your everyday environment? Well, you're going to add to that, right? Because now it's not just your household, whoever you live with, your pets. Virgo also rules pets, small pets. So like dogs, cats, fish, etc. And so emphasis is on the 6th house, which is Virgo. So whatever you have in your 6th house. So my 6th house is Cancer. That's where my sun is and my south node. So for me, it's going to be the 6th house. So it's going to highlight that. But then it's also going to highlight wherever you have Virgo in your chart. So for me, I have Virgo in the 9th house. So 9th house things for me. So what's that? That's beliefs, that's mindsets, that's religion, spirituality, things like that. So comment below if you need help with that. But you do have to know what houses you have Virgo in, have access to your natal chart, which you can do very easily by going to astro.com, putting in your date of birth, your place of birth, and your time of birth, and it'll give you your natal chart. So this full moon is going to be focusing on Virgo themes. Virgo themes. Virgo is the harvest. It's reaping what you've sown. It's things that you planted, seeds that you planted. And again, going back to that Cloud Atlas quote, by every crime and every kindness, we birth our future. We birth our reality. So basically, consequences. What did you plant? This is giving it to you. Virgo's also showing you the results of things, right? So the harvest is, oh, this is the result. So thinking of it as an experiment, from an experiment mindset, oh, if I plant tomatoes here where I live, is the dirt in the ground conducive to that plant? I don't know. Well, let's find out. So I go and I plant tomatoes in my yard and I do all the things, but through trial and error, I will find out, did it take? Did it work? Did it fail? Do I need more of something, less of something? Fuck around and find out, basically. So it's that experiment energy and tweaking, reviewing basically what worked, what didn't work. And so that requires, reviewing your life, sitting down, being honest with yourself, and, looking at all areas of your life, right? So say, health, career, finances, love life, whatever, looking at all those areas and, okay, what hasn't been working, what's working, what, it is still the year 2023 is still fairly new. And so maybe you had some, how they say New Year's resolutions and people give up on them by January 31st. Well, maybe you're going strong still, maybe you're not. And so just taking an audit of your life basically and seeing, where am I doing well, what's going well, and where do I need more help? What can I tweak? What can I change? And basically it's inviting us. And either you can do this consciously of your own volition, which I highly suggest, because with intention and awareness, conscious, deliberate awareness, oh my God, we are so powerful. That has so much power, so much momentum when you're consciously aware, right? Like the double slit experiment in quantum physics. Anything observed has more energy on it. Therefore, it changes the thing that you're observing, even in fasting. So I have really, in the past, I have dove deep into fasting and experimenting on myself and seeing what works, what doesn't work for me, because everybody's different, right? And I just wanted to see, can I do it? Can I fast? Because I remember there was a time where I thought, oh my God, that's impossible. I can't do that. And that was just considering like a smoothie fast where all you do is drink green smoothies and that's it. You don't need anything else. And that sounded so impossible to me. And I thought, there's no way. but we grow, we evolve, we change. And what you couldn't do yesterday, maybe it's possible today if you feel called to, if it resonates with you. Obviously, don't hurt yourself, you know, don't force anything. I mean, you will be challenged, so it will be a little uncomfortable, but nothing dangerous. I don't want you to go out and hurt yourself and force something that's not good for you. So, you know, using common sense and being safe, right? And so I started off with a water fast. And then I did a dry fast. A dry fast is where you don't eat or drink anything at all. You can't even wash your hands. You can't brush your teeth, you can't shower. And I wanted to see if I could do it, and I did it. And then I thought, well, if I did it for 24 hours, what's another 24? So I did it again. And then I thought, well, let's go one more day. So I did it for 3 days. No water, no food. And I felt so powerful, and I learned a lot because I exceeded what my previous limitations were. I thought I'm a person that can't. That's not true. Yes, I can. And then I did the water fast where all you do is drink water. You don't need any food. And I did that for 7 days. And so I learned, wow, I can do hard stuff and it's not that big of a deal. And obviously every day I would check in with my body and see, are you okay? Are we still good? Because obviously if I was reacting very badly to what I was doing, I would immediately stop it. But I wanted to see how far I could go with still feeling good. And by feeling good, I don't mean, yay, I enjoy it. I mean, I'm not hurting. I'm not in danger. I'm not passing out. Like, I can function. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but I can do it. And so things like that, right? Because things that expand you do require you to step outside of your comfort zone. And like me going live right now, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't even know if anybody's watching this. I don't know if anybody will watch this. I don't know if it's going to work because I'm on my cell phone, but I was pulled to do it. So I felt like I can't not do it. And so here I am. And maybe this is just for me to hear and not anybody else. I don't know. And so basically taking those leaps, those invitations when you feel called to. So this Virgo full moon will show you, if you don't reflect, it's going to bring it to you. It's going to bang on your door and show you, hey, this is where you need to look at. And a lot of things being revealed, how you may be sabotaging yourself, how the intentions or motives of others. And basically, we don't know what we don't know. And so basically it's going to show us. It's going to show us what we need to see. And the invitation is, do you want to change it? So kind of like when your phone or your computer alerts you that, something's wrong. And then it asks you to clear something or remove something, or that something's not working so you can address it. That's the invitation. So it doesn't have to be anything big and scary, although some people will have big scary things because their alarm needs to be louder than others. And basically do your own homework. Look at your own paper. Stay in your own lane. Drive your own car. Don't concern yourself with things that are not any of your concern. I mean, obviously, if you're being asked for help, check in with yourself and see if that's something that you should participate in or not, because sometimes it's none of your business, and people want you to solve it for them, and they don't want to do the thing that they are being called to do. And like sometimes people want you to fix it, but they don't want to change anything that's causing the thing to be crappy in the first place, if you understand what I'm saying. And so, I mean, a lot of us have done it, and maybe we're still doing it, and that's going to be something that's probably going to pop up and be shown to give us the opportunity to choose something else. And that's it. It's just as simple as a choice. Choose different and then take action. And it doesn't have to be a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It could be one thing, and in each area of your life. So like maybe it's getting organized, because Virgo rules organization, cleaning. So I have a 6th house sun, which is similar to a Virgo sun. So I love cleaning. It relaxes me. It puts me in a meditative state. Anything 6th house related lights me up and fills me up. So what's another 6th house thing is, or Virgo thing? Working out, moving your body, health related things, learning things, because it's Mercury ruled, communicating, organizing stuff, cleaning stuff. And you can start small. You can start with one drawer. Maybe you have a junky drawer. Well, clean it out. Maybe you have a mess in your living room. Clean it up. And just for today, just focus on one room. Obviously, once you build momentum, you will feel so good and so accomplished, you'll want to do more. Or say you do one workout. You just go for a jog. You just go for a hike. And then you feel so good, you want to do more. So build momentum. Start off with one thing and build on top of that. And then commit to it every day. What else can I do? And you can switch it up. It doesn't have to be the same thing all the time. So like if you went for a run today, well, you don't have to do a run tomorrow. Maybe you can do something else. Maybe you can do a workout video. Maybe you can go to the gym and lift weights, whatever. Play with it. Make it fun. Don't, it doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to feel yucky. Like the new energy that's coming in is also asking, how can you accomplish the same task, but in an enjoyable way, in a fun way, in a way that you're like a child and you enjoy yourself. Like maybe you're listening to your favorite music while you're cleaning out that junk drawer and, or going on your workout. Or you can go on YouTube Live like me. And so, that's basically Virgo full moon stuff that's happening right now. Like I said, I don't even know if this is recording. I don't even know if anybody's watching any of this. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think back to what else was coming through. So another thing I was getting was because Virgo's very psychic. So your abilities right now are really high. So because it's Mercury ruled also, another thing that can really help grounding your energy by moving outside in nature. And because Virgo is the harvest, so being outside with the trees, the sunshine, the birds, the fresh air, that will help. If you're, if you've got questions and need guidance, listen, ask, and then listen. Go out for a walk and just be in silence, and you'll receive the epiphanies. I get a lot of information when I'm cooking or when I'm cleaning, because I have a lot of that Virgo energy. So when I'm doing mundane tasks, I am in a meditative state, and or working out, I get a lot of information like that. And so I invite you to do that right now, because it's very, very, like the veil is pretty much non-existent at this point. And so any questions that you have, the answers are here. So Just be willing to receive and you'll get them. And another thing that was coming through is about timelines. So I was getting information on my father. So my father was very abusive, and he was abused as a kid, as many of them are. And I was, you know how they say, oh, nobody's coming to save you. We're the ones that we've been waiting for. And so it was that, but it was showing me, because I chose to end it with me, to end the abusive traumatic cycle with myself, that and not propel it, that like basically meaning I'm not like my parents, and I don't abuse my kids, and I don't do what my parents did to me, basically. And so I ended the cycle with me, and I'm not repeating what my parents did. And so basically, by choosing that different choice, I changed my family's trajectory. And by my family, I don't just mean me and my children that I birthed. I mean, I changed my grandpa who abused my dad. I changed his life. I changed my dad's life. I changed my grandma's life. I changed my mom's life. I changed my sister's lives. I changed my niece's lives, my children's lives, my grandchildren's life. So it goes backwards and forwards at the same time, because there is no time. And so I know that, and just saying that completely breaks my brain, because when I received it, I just burst into tears, because I'm like, what? But I knew it was true, and I'm sharing it with you because that's what we're doing. So by healing yourself, you're healing whoever hurt you too. Whether that's a parent, which most of the time that's exactly what it is, because they were hurt by their parents, which is your grandparents, and so forth and so on. And it butterfly effects to throughout all space and time. And so basically, it's to show us how powerful we really are, and like how important this work is, of like, it's not just for you. Like, so many people and generations are benefiting from this. So it's like calling 911 and asking for help. Well, you're the 911. You're the one that came. You're the fire department. You're the ambulance. You're the police. You're the whatever. You're the help. You're the one showing up to clean up the mess. And how are you doing it? You're doing it within yourself by making new choices and healing. And congratulations. And it's not just affecting you. You're doing it for all of them, everybody. And so I wanted to share that with you, because I know sometimes it feels like, oh, I'm just making this up. Nothing's even happening. Nothing's changing. Yes, it is. But even when you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not, butterfly effect reverberating throughout all space and time. You're changing many realities, and not just future, but in the past also, because it's all right here, right now. And congratulations. And I hope this helps. And I hope to hear from you. Please comment, share, subscribe. I'm sending you lots of love, and yay, we're doing it.